Happy Wednesday, friends. I know it's been a minute. Life, right? See, I'm imperfect right alongside you. But I had a couple things that I have been thinking about, and I was journaling this morning, which if you're not journaling, I'm encouraging you to do it. As someone who tends to overthink things and think it needs to look a certain way, journaling is a discipline that I'm working on cultivating and just kind of like puking stuff on paper. And when I journaled when I was younger, I journaled a whole different way. I actually have a couple different journals, which maybe that sounds complicated, but for me, it's just how my brain works. Like I got away from gratitude for a while, and I know that what we think about is what we attract. It's what we look for more of. We find proof of whatever it is we're focusing on. So if you're chewing on this is too hard or too overwhelming, well, guess what? You're going to find proof of that. You will create proof of it. Your filter is tuned in to that frequency of it being challenging and hard and an obstacle. And so that's kind of where I was. And I decided that nothing magical outside of me was going to change, right? I had to take a little pivot. She's going to sneeze. Am I going to sneeze? Excuse me. And so I got out one of my older journals and I just started again. And so some days this is like a brain dump of all the ways I'm winning, which we've talked about this a lot in here. And some days it's more of I choose this filter. I choose to look for the good. I choose to find my wins. I choose to see that I am making progress and I am learning more. So take what you need from this. You don't have to do what I do. That's never the intention of this space, is to create clones of one another. I'm just sharing things that are working for me, and sometimes it's not working and you get to put it on the shelf, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's about being okay with it looking differently and making those pivots as you need to. You've got my plant in front of it. My plant's right there. Okay, so I have a gratitude journal that I have been working on, but today was just kind of, I sat on my mat and I decided that I was just gonna puke words on paper. And the things that came out, it was about unlearning and how I am dealing with letting my body heal and rest and get better and get stronger, and that's okay. I don't have to create a story or have a timeline around it. It's what my body needs right now. And so when you can kind of unpack stuff that's going on in your journey that maybe feels frustrating, it can help you get a little different perspective. So if you are in a season of you literally can't add another thing, I am not the coach that's going to tell you you can find space, you can find time, you can make it happen. I think it's about realigning priorities, but I also want you to remind yourself that you showing up to your journey, it's the small things. It's not about an hour workout. It's not about getting on Zoom with us. It's not about nailing the nutrition program and being 100%. It's about shifting your perspective and looking for the ways, intentionally, like looking for all the ways that you can and are already showing up. Like you drank the extra glass of water, or you did some squats when you went to the bathroom, or you are playing with your kids more. Like those are wins. And I think that we're really quick to discount those and to kind of not look for those, instead of it needs to look a certain way. So my journaling this morning was all about how it doesn't look the way I want it to, and I could be really frustrated around that, and I could create more angst and irritation and prolong the process, or instead I can take a deep breath, I can chill my butt out, and I can find the wins that are already happening. It's okay if your journey doesn't look a certain way, and it's okay if you've had to pivot. I want you to hear that in your body. I want you to hear it because I need to hear it, which means some of you need to hear it. It doesn't have to be anyone else's, okay? We're not carbon copies. We're not all doing the same thing. This is your journey, and I want you to throw yourself a freaking parade. I want you to actively look every single day for all the ways, big and small, that you are winning. And sometimes that win is as small as just being aware that you're having an intentional shift in perspective. It could be that you don't want to have this change in perspective, but you know you need to. And so now you're having an awareness around it. And guess what? That goes on your win. Why would you not catalog your wins? So maybe that's what you need to do this week. Maybe that's what I need to get back to, is have a journal or a notebook or a note on your phone, and you intentionally look for, you choose how many, maybe it's 5, maybe it's an entire sheet, maybe it's 3 ways that you're winning at your journey. I am challenging you to do that, because if you start to look for the ways that you are winning, it shifts your focus from the ways that you're not. and what we focus on grows, right? So I want you to focus on the fact that you are a winner and that you get to be that next level version of yourself today. It's not about getting to the end goal. It's not about how long it takes or what the number on the scale is. It's not about any of that. It's about who you become along the way. It's about finding your wins. It's about choosing to be proud and just kind of reorganizing the things that actually matter to you, right? Right. Yes, we can all put more attention and focus into certain areas, but I also want to meet you where you're at. And if you are in a season of this is hard or this is not feasible, it doesn't mean you just quit and you give up. It means you realign and you change your filter, your freaking filter, and you look for your wins and you consume stuff that makes you feel proud and inspired and optimistic and hopeful and excited. This is not about the size of your pants. It's not about that. It's just not. I know sometimes it feels like that. But I'm telling you, as someone who's been on this journey for a really long time, that's helped a lot of women get momentum on their journey, that's a work in progress, messy and imperfect, and my journey is not looking the way I want it to right now. I can choose to focus on the hard and the struggle, and this is too complicated, and it's going to take too long, and why am I not seeing results? Or instead, I can be like, chill, check it before you wreck it, right? I am a winner, and I am victorious, and I choose to prioritize my journey. I choose to prioritize myself, even when it doesn't exactly look like the way I think it should. This is not a Hallmark movie, okay? It's not a made-for-TV after-school special, hopefully, but it is your journey, and it's worth showing up for, and it's worth throwing yourself a parade and being super proud and choosing to find the wins no matter where you're at. So I hope you choose to find your wins. I hope you choose to remind yourself that you can do this. You are capable of doing this. You are doing this by listening to this video. You're already on the journey. So now throw yourself the freaking parade and collect the wins. I drank my water. I listened to Sarah. I am going to write down 3 ways that I'm winning. All those things compound. All those things compound. So compound it today and set a fresh intention. Even though it's the middle of a week, who cares? You get to realign every single day. Every single day is a fresh opportunity to begin again.